Hi again! In this video, I will talk to you about the power of historical images, how you can use them, and what you should be mindful about when you use them. Historical images can be like a time machine. When you compare images of past and present, you see how much has changed, but also that things might have stayed the same. Here are two pictures of the same place in Rotterdam, a port city in the Netherlands. This place has suffered a bombing and 130 years' worth of other changes. Yet, the water structure remained the same, and the place within the photo is still recognizable. Despite the similarity of the subject, the black and white photography and the graininess make the image undeniably old and therefore create distance. Recent techniques have taken away at least part of this temporal distance. Colorization makes Marie Curie, the physicist depicted in this picture, suddenly seem more lively and therefore closer to our experience. In film, recent technology has allowed frames to be added to make old movies look smoother. A well-known example is the 2018 film They Shall Not Grow Old, about World War I, which the British newspaper The Guardian called an utterly breathtaking journey into the trenches. The effect of the diminished distance between the viewer and the subject of the photo or film is what philosophers of art and history call immediacy. To even better understand how this immediate or direct relationship works, let's break down the word immediate. It stems from the word medium, the means by which we perceive the message. Think of the word media or intermediary. And the negative im, so basically it means without a medium. So the fewer media filter our experience and the subject, the better we can relate to it. This concept of immediacy can be very important in arguing the value of the past for present and future challenges. Besides colorization, you can think of VR goggles or even holograms to reach this end. These techniques are also used in museums, for example, to commemorate the Holocaust. Images that we can identify with are more impressive and more likely to help us understand the implications of certain actions in the past and in the future. We have to be careful, however. Colorization, for example, is always a present-day interpretation, as is adding sound effects to old films, which was the case in the World War I movie I just mentioned. Also, images can be manipulated for certain goals. You have probably seen how deepfake technology has the potential to digitally transplant faces and voices, and not always for the best purposes. But even without all that fancy technology, you can increase the immediacy through the selection of historical images. Let's have a look at the New Waterway, a large channel in Rotterdam that was dug in the 19th century. I started at the website of the City Archive. Because of the age of many of the images I found there, they are often royalty-free. But even if you don't have access to a city archive, try to be creative with images in newspapers, books in the library, or your grandmother's photo albums. Here you see some of the results I've found. A whole lot of water, but also images that gives us clues about the era or the meaning of this waterwork to a port city like Rotterdam. There are maps, but also pictures of a monument that was erected in celebration of the waterway, and photos of the engineer who thought of and designed the waterway. I especially like this one. It invites us to look closely, almost like a detective looking for clues. We see several ships passing by and the cranes of the port in the background. So far, a pretty typical picture of a body of water in a port city. We also see a lot of people standing by the side of the road. They are not facing the water, but the road, because of what seems to be a float in a parade. The float reads Waterweg 100 jaar and is adorned with flowers. A woman sits on the wagon, waving at the crowd. The picture is from 1963, and it celebrates the centenary of the New Waterway. It emphasizes how the city of Rotterdam valued the waterway as an economic lifeline. As we learned last week, pictures are not merely decoration. With historical images, it is even more important that we make sure that we know the source and how the image was used in its context. If you make sure your sources are legitimate, images can be a great way to bring the past closer. Good luck with building your time machine.